wind is really freaking bad.
Nothing like live bait on the beach. Yeah. Hi everyone, I'm Edward Halterman at the Office of the Pacific. I'm a real estate broker, property manager, musician, and fisherman, and this is my office. What is going today? What are you doing, people? So the best bait in the world for halibut fishing, in my opinion, is smelt. Halibut! I just love smelt. They're so awesome. They're hardy, they're tough, they got big cojones horns, big huevos. They stay alive forever. They don't require recirculated water. They can live off a bubbler as long as you change the water out like every day. They can live as long as you want, really. They're just fabulous baits. They are, in my opinion, the #1 bait for halibut on the planet. Halibut! There's nothing better. That's just my opinion. And I'm sticking with it, baby. There's not a lot of videos out there that I've seen as far as catching smelt and the right way to catch smelt. So I'm going to try to show you guys my techniques and how I utilize my techniques to catch more bait. And the biggest mistake I always see, you know, newbies kind of doing is they run out and they grab all these sabikis to try to catch bait, and the hooks are like, you know, like the hooks the size for like a piranha, you know, or something. So the smartest thing to do is get the smallest Hayabusa sabiki rigs you can get, and I think they're like a size 3, and there's 6 hooks on there, and they're just fabulous. They're really tiny, and if you look at the smelt's mouths, they're just super tiny. So you really need to get those smaller hooks to make it, you know, make it happen. That's the way. So I'm trying not to kill anybody. What is going? So anyway, yeah, so you'll catch all the smelt you want with those smaller hooks, and you don't even really need to bait them at all. Just bring bread, like preferably white bread. Something about the brown bread, they just don't like it as much, the wheat bread. I don't know why that is, but maybe they're just liking the white, I don't know. But anyway, I've had more luck with that, so you want to definitely chum to get the baits up and all that fun stuff. And yeah, and you're off to the races, baby. Cool. We're going to the office.
Halimoto. Oh, Daniel-san. Need to catch the big halimoto, Daniel-san.
So the first thing that I'm going to do is load up my bait bucket with water. Check that out. So this is kind of what I use right here. This is how I get my water. Drop this in, and pull it up and dump it into my bait tank. This is a 44-gallon aerator that's run off that car battery down there. I don't know if it's inside that enclosure. The circus is back in town. Okay guys, so on this bucket I got this weight set. So basically when it hits the water, the counterweight flips it over and the water starts dumping in. Also tie these little knots, so when you're pulling this thing up it'll get slippery, so these knots help prevent it from sliding down. Cool, right on. So I just connected the 44-gallon aerator, and this is my 32-gallon tank. I got probably 9 tanks, so you can see in there. Got the bait up, so I'm gonna start chumming a little bit more. Yeah, so what I do is basically I take this white bread. They seem to like it better than the wheat. I have no idea why. I ball it up into little pieces and then I throw it, and what happens is it slowly sinks down, and the baits love that. Like if you just throw bread out there and it's floating on the top, a lot of times the bait won't see it, and if they do see it, sometimes it'll float off, and so you'll end up pushing all the bait away from you, and that's not what we want here today. So hey guys, another important tip when trying to target these smelt, you want to use like a light rod and reel combo. You want a rod that's going to bounce a lot. The other day I made a mistake. I kind of got rushed, so I took my halibut rod down there and I was trying to catch smelt, and just about every one that would bite it, because of the stiffness of the rod, it'd just ping them right off, so I'd lose every single one of them, so it kind of sucked. So anyway, not going to ever make that mistake again. Knowledge is key. So hey guys, gonna let you in a little tip. This is the only rig you guys should be using. This is it for smelt. It's #1 on the planet. You have to kind of get them online. They're kind of hard to find. Invest in them, it'll be worth it, and it's awesome. And then basically on the end of that, sometimes I'll use like, I don't know if you can see that. So I'll use that weight if I want to troll, like if I want to flip it out there and bring it back in, or maybe that size just to drop it straight down. So yeah, that's it. Hey guys, so I just switched it over to a slightly heavier weight. So the little weight, sometimes when there's wind and current, when they bite, sometimes that isn't enough to set the hook. So a bigger weight, when they bite, kind of sets the hook automatically. So we're gonna have an awesome day.
Halimoto come from inside Daniel-san. Now do swing at the fishy, Daniel-san. Swing at the fishy.
So I don't know if you guys can see the volume of that bait in there, but there is a lot of it. I'm gonna do something I normally don't do. I'm gonna throw like a big chunk down there. See what happens. Look at that. I got them definitely going on. Do that some more. See, this is what you're not supposed to do, but I'm just doing it for the purpose of this video. Of course, now they're gonna all stay down, but anyway, you get the gist of it. Pretty cool. So another thing, guys, is don't over chum either. Like, get the bait up and then shut the chum off, so then they see the sabiki rig with the white and it looks like the bread, and in a perfect world they'll just focus on that, and then if it slows down, kind of start chumming a little bit again and then go from there. Also, when you hook the baits, just hold the line above where the hook is, and the bait will normally shake itself off. So there's a perfect size right there. So just hold it right above here, and of course now it's not going to do it. There it is. Usually they shake themselves off quicker, but of course they didn't because I'm filming. But ever hook a bait and there's blood coming out or anything, just throw them back in the water, because they're just going to die anyway, so no point in keeping it.
Halimoto! Halimoto, same as a surfer crappie, Daniel-san.
Yeah, so hey, I wanted to give a special shout out to Best Fishing Tackle. I've been going there for 30 plus years. That's the camera, lad. It all started with Mr. Lee. Now the tradition continues with Ina, Sky, Jenna, and Paul. They've taken it over and they're just doing an awesome job. They are by far the best tackle store in the South Bay. Heads and tails above the rest. They're just fabulous people. They got 2 current IGFA world record holders for the yellowtail and surf perch. Go in there, see Ina, Jimmy, Bert, David, Joe, Mike, and Paul. All those guys know what they're doing. They're great fishermen, and they will hook you up, pardon the pun. Best Fishing Tackle Hawthorne. Thanks, guys. You guys are awesome. Appreciate it. All those years of kindness and support you've given me. Thank you so much.
Halimoto.
Double banger. When that happens. Whoa. Wow, it's on now. Smelt is the candy bait for halibut in my opinion, and stellar. You can put them in a bucket. They'll keep for like 3 or 4 days. As long as you have the aerators going. They just require bubbles. They're not like anchovy or sardine, which requires recirculated water. So if you try to throw anchovy or sardine in a bucket, eventually they're gonna die. And as soon as one dies, basically it releases this pneumonia, and the pneumonia is what kills all the baits like within 30, 40 minutes. So Smelt is the way to go. They're tough. They got big huevos, Holmes, big grande, and they stay alive forever. So yeah, that's what I'm going to use. And then if you change the water out with the Smelt, you could probably keep them alive for an eternity. But you know, who wants to keep going down to the ocean to get the water to change it out? Not me. So, but day 3, I tell you, that water is very brown, if you know what I'm saying. So what is the best bait for halibut? Well, truth be told, it's whatever you got available. Use anchovy, sardines, Smelt, herring, mackerel, gulp, plastics, lures. I've seen them eat mussel, sand crabs, halibut, just about anything. As a matter of fact, before the GoPro era, had a buddy of mine send a camera down on some spectral line to film halibut in their native habitat. He had a anchovy, flasher rig, and a torpedo sinker. I know most people use the bounce ball, but he had a torpedo sinker, and 9 times out of 10, we watched the halibut go for the torpedo sinker above everything else. So halibut will eat just about anything. But regardless, my personal preference is always going to be the Smelt, because I just love how tough they are, how long they last on the hook, they don't get tired, and they're readily available for these areas that I'm always fishing, so it makes it a lot easier for me to catch them. So, and as you saw by the video, I'm pretty good at catching them. So anyway, take care. Hi guys, I'm Edward Halterman at the Office of the Pacific. I greatly appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. Like, subscribe, comment, all that fun business. Me love you long time. Showtime okay. And hit that little bell icon thingy there, and as soon as I post something new, you'll get it right away. Pronto, baby! So cool, I'm Edward Halterman at the Office of the Pacific, and I'm clocking out. Fish on.
Halimoto, Daniel-san! Halimoto!